So boy was talking about Xbox in the chat. We will start the stream off by talking about an article that was recently published on Windows Central titled Exclusive Story. Talking to the new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma and the CCO Matt Booty. This team has brought it back before, and I'm here to help us do it again. So Windows Central has a exclusive interview with the two new heads of Xbox. If you have not been following, Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond are out, and the new number one is her, and he's the new number two. All right, what does this spell? As of February 23rd, 2026, Xbox has a new CEO, Miss Asha, as well as Mr. Booty, who are set to fully retire from the business as Phil retires from the business in October. Spencer has been instrumental in turning Xbox from a Microsoft oddity to a pillar subsidy, bigger in some quarters than Windows itself, but times have changed. Xbox is facing some of its biggest challenges yet, as disruption from non-gaming entities threaten playtime hours and evolving user behavior and sentiment bottlenecks interest in traditional video game play. I wouldn't blame it on disruption from non-gaming entities. Like, sure, that plays a role, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like 80 to 90% of Xbox's issues are self-inflicted. But we're gonna keep reading, because I'm also gonna go ahead and predict something before I read even further. I'm gonna go ahead and predict that this is gonna be a softball interview. Why? Because I mean, this is coming from Windows Central. It is a pro Microsoft website. So off rip that little right there, little comment right there. I'm like, this might be a softball interview. But anyway, I'm not looking for like a gotcha moment, but ask some questions we want to know. Cool. All right. Asha's task will be figuring out how to guide Xbox through its next era as conversations around artificial intelligence dominate the discourse and Xbox's place in this strange new world is continually questioned. I briefly caught up with both the new CEO and the newly promoted Chief Content Officer to discuss what Xbox's next decade looks like, if they're around in a decade, as we head through the division's 25th year in operation. In her opening letter, Asha said she wanted to bring about a return to Xbox. I asked exactly what that means, since it effectively implies that Xbox has begun to stray from what Xbox is. Sharma volunteered an emphasis on Xbox's core and specifically, god damn, that's a big ass word. Is it beleaguered? Let me make sure I'm saying that correctly.
Beleaguered.
Okay, I said, come on, nigga. I didn't even know that word. I didn't even know that word. It means that shit is mad difficult. That shit was mad difficult to pronounce, and I got it on the first try. Beleaguered a nigga, bro. Anyways, is beleaguered console platform, which has seen a few fiscals of near constant decline. Which, friendly reminder, before we go any further, you see how easy it is to admit that you don't know something? You don't have to make, it's only a big deal if you make a big deal out of it. If you don't know something, I opened a new tab, Googled the word, even got the pronunciation, and I learned what it meant. That's what learning is about, guys. I hope we can learn from that. So Sasha says, for me, the spirit of the return to Xbox is about returning to the spirit that the team was founded on. It's the spirit of surprise. It's the spirit of building something nobody else was willing to try. I've heard renegade, rebellion, and fun used. That's what I was thinking about when I wrote that. I would agree. I do feel like the original Xbox and Xbox 360, they were renegades, they were rebellions, especially when they started introducing their new IPs. It started with Halo, and then you got the Gears and the Forza later and the other stuff, Mass Effect. So I do feel like they were rebellious back in the day. They had something to prove. Sharma acknowledged the investment as well as Xbox Live, because I remember one thing I said on stream that I didn't clarify enough, because so it could be taken a certain type of way. For those who weren't around during that era, I said in a previous stream that Xbox introduced the paywall to the online console space, which is true. But to be fair to Xbox, on the flip side, they also made the online console gaming experience better. Because I'd argue the experience on PlayStation Online was basura up until about the PS4. They got it right from day one with Xbox, and then they just continued to improve it with the Xbox 360. So it was kind of a situation of you get what you pay for. Where I draw the line is what happened is eventually PlayStation and Nintendo started charging for the online, and it didn't match what you were getting. Nintendo's online is, Sony has gotten better, but Nintendo's online is still basura, bro. That shit is basura. And that's why I don't pay for that shit. So I'm gonna give them that. They did improve the online experience for console. Sasha acknowledged the investment Xbox fans and customers have poured into the ecosystem over the years and seemed genuinely keen to emphasize her commitment to console hardware. She goes on to say, I think that our core Xbox fans and players have invested up to 25 years of themselves in this universe and our consoles. I want to make sure everybody knows I'm committed to Xbox, starting with the console. We're going to keep meeting players where they are. The world continues to evolve and change. We're going to make sure Xbox is a great place for developers and players. We want to invest in reducing the artificial divide between different types of devices that they want to use with us. I think that's going to mean a lot more investment in breaking down the barriers and helping developers build once and show up across different hardware experiences. For me, I believe Xbox starts with its fans and will grow from there. That's what I wanted to signal with the return to Xbox. I think this quote right here is a little bit interesting, where she says, in helping developers build once and show up across different hardware experiences. That says to me, it sounds like they just fired Phil and Sarah for spending way too much money on the Game Pass and all these studios. And it sounds like she wants to, which is good. She wants to invest in these. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but she wants to invest in developers and then also help them get their games on other platforms. This kind of sounds like she wants to, although she's saying come back to the core, it sounds like she's also saying doubling down on kind of what already exists. Anyone who doesn't know that the Xbox introduced online paywall and improved online gaming must be really young. Well, yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of new young gamers. So a lot of people don't know that. So one thing that I've noticed, and I swear I'm not, because I do make a lot of jokes. I'm not trying to take a shot at the younger generations. But one thing I will say that I've noticed in comparison to millennials, Gen X, and like back, with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, a lot of times they tend to not look back at anything. They think only what's, and obviously what I'm about to say, it doesn't apply, let it fly. A lot of them are ageist, which is really weird, because when I was younger, I looked up to my OGs like, oh man, I can't wait to get older, have my own money, my own place. But a lot of them are like ageist, and they think anything that came before their time is whack. Which is unfortunate, because I feel like a lot of y'all are missing out on a lot of different art, whether it's TV, music, movies, whatever, books that could be great and really could be the inspiration that you're looking for. Just some advice. I think there's great things in every era, but yeah, there's a lot of, so like to bring it full circle, yeah, I would not be surprised if there's a lot of gamers that don't know Xbox improved the online gaming experience. Yes, true, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, because I be getting on my girl about that shit. She be doing that shit all the time, and then I'll be making fun of her. I'm like, yo, your fucking playlist is a millennial top 100. Then I be putting you onto real deep cuts that if you hit, you had to be there type shit, bro. Motherfucker, bring back Black Guy Tales. I got you. 1 second, chat. Let's see here. What do we got?
When I say bum, 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 when I say bum.
You don't like what the fuck I'm saying? Then fuck you.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
That was a Twitch chat, by the way. Not mad. It's just that's the first thing you said. We're having a conversation and you came in here on some other shit, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. In life, you give people an inch, they'll take a mile. I don't believe in that. I believe in smacking you right where you stand so you don't get back up. All right, next topic. There's been a ton of speculation about what kind of moves Asha might make. Xbox notoriously ditched any form of exclusivity on its games, shifting units to PlayStation, paying little mind to the criticisms that reduces the needs to actually buy an Xbox. Interesting. Sharma told me that nothing is off the table when it comes to revising Xbox's strategy, but finalizing the strategy will take time and data parsing. On Xbox's recent strategic decision, Sharma said the plan's the plan until it's not the plan. So this basically proves my point that I was making up here. It sounds like they're doubling down on the things that got Phil and Sarah fired. Granted, she does say that she's willing to make a change, but my thing is, if It's already failing. It's been failing for years. And you knew you were going to be, because the rumor is that he got fired and he knew he was going to get fired for a while. You knew you was going to be the CEO for a while. You was next in line. Why weren't you creating this strategy ahead of time? Because I'd argue now's the time to pivot. Some of the biggest Xbox fanboys I've ever seen on social media, on Twitter, even them niggas I seen throwing they fucking Xboxes in the trash. It was like the gaming version of LeBron leaving Cleveland, burning their jerseys and shit. Niggas is burning their Xbox. What I got this shit for? Like the Xbox fans, the hardcore fans, they feel betrayed. I don't know why, because it's a piece of plastic, but you know. The YouTube versus the Twitch chat war will never not be funny. We're gonna nip that in the bud real quick. You're not welcome, bro. Get your ass on. Right now, I need to learn candidly about the why of these decisions, what we're optimizing for, and what the data says about the Xbox strategy today. That's the honest answer. I'm looking at a lifetime value, not just what happened in the previous moment or a short-term efficiency and things like that. The plan is the plan until it's not the plan. Doubling down. That's interesting. She's admitting she doesn't really know what the problem is, but she is willing to change the plan. And my thing is coming in, I feel like you should already know. Shawarma described how her and Matt are currently going on a whirlwind learning tour of all of Xbox's gaming teams, with the studio and org visits pinned in Minecraft, Bethesda, Activision, and more. Matt Booty cautioned that players shouldn't expect drastic changes in the near term, though, while emphasizing that the team plans to re-examine and question everything. I keep saying shawarma. I swear it's not intentional, dude. I can't talk. I'm very bad. You know the reason why I don't get mad, like when people make fun, I just laugh when people make fun, because I swear I'm not trying to disrespect her. I swear I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I literally have an issue with like enunciating shit to the point where like y'all don't see it, but my girl makes fun of me on the daily because I mispronounce words all the fucking time. It's just, I don't know if it's like an accent thing or something. I don't know, nigga. And like, like it is what it is, man. Like, but I swear I'm not trying to disrespect her. Like, I'm just bad at fucking I'm bad at enunciating shit. Anyways, nah, that's the same for real. It's real shit. Xbox players have thousands of dollars invested in money and time too. It's incredibly important for me to understand that and protect that, she said. I am committed to returning to Xbox, and that starts with the console. That starts with hardware. You will hear more about that soon. We'll have some announcements coming up. You will see us collectively investing here. We also know that there are a lot of players who aren't on console or our hardware, and I want to deliver great games to them too. I need to learn more about what they can look like, what decisions were made, what we need to do going forward, and I want a little bit of time and space to do that. So she says she's on her Shikamaru shit. She's plotting, she's planning, she's got her hands together, she's squatting, saying I said I think they need to bring back, I think they need to get some fire exclusives. Like the stuff they gave away, just let it be. Forza, Gears, Halo, just let it be. But the new exclusives, they should have like new exclusives going forward. And they should make the announcement probably. Is it good? Because like what I'm saying, I'm not gonna lie, what I'm saying is it is. It's anti-consumer. It's good that Xbox games are everywhere because it gives you options, but I'm strictly just speaking from a what do I think is beneficial from the Xbox standpoint. I hope we understand that. I personally don't really care that much about exclusives. We need to bring back Blinks the Time Sweeper. Bring them back. The little ones don't know. Shout out to all the new people following. The little ones don't know. That big fat booty chimed in too on protecting the Xbox ecosystem and rejected speculations of Microsoft gunning for its gaming division to devolve it into a publisher. Our studio system is fully built around being first party. We're not built to just be a publisher, that big fat ass said. It's core to our partnership with the Microsoft platform being involved in early hardware decisions, all the work we've done to get games like Gears of War running great on new devices like the Xbox Ally and so on. It is embedded within our structure. We're not backing away from that. We're committed to being a first-party games publisher in partnership with our first-party platform. So they saying if you think that we are going to be the next Sega, they said, nigga, you're. I don't know if I believe that one. Seeing is believing. We'll see. Because I think the problem with this statement is you want me to believe that you guys that being a third-party only publisher, turning Xbox into the new Sega, you're telling me that's not on the table when you guys went out and bought all these studios, spent billions of dollars just to give away all your exclusives to PlayStation. You did that. That hurt you more financially than anything. And you mean to tell me your team's not even considering doing third-party only? I don't know if I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying I would not be surprised if this quote comes back to bite them. I would not roll it out. Matt BBL, shout out to Matt BBL. With nothing to show for it too. Because Daddy Microsoft, because friendly reminder, Xbox is just a division of Microsoft. The big dogs at Microsoft, Daddy Microsoft wants their money back. One of the big issues facing the game industry all up right now is finding new users. Xbox and other big platform holders are effectively just trading the same few hundred million core users back and forth, with attention being divested to apps like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and other algorithmic non-gaming products, something I talk about on this stream all the time. I say that if you think gaming is dead, that is a very low IQ take. I'm not going to say you're stupid, but it is a stupid take. And I think one of the reasons why some people feel like gaming is dead is two reasons. A, you're a chicken tender gamer. You're a ball and gun gamer. You only play Call of Duty, 2K, Madden, GTA, FIFA, but also because advertising isn't the best. How do you advertise to a market who's plugged into not only Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, but also TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, television, Hulu, Netflix, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple. There's so many different, and for the few who read, there's so many different things prying for our attention. It feels like there's nothing available to you, and it's probably because something else has your attention, and that's really what it comes down to. Yeah, shout out to all the chicken tindy gamers, man. What am I going to play today? A little 2K or a little Call of Duty? Maybe a little barbecue sauce with it. The barbecue sauce would be microtransactions. A little GTA. Silk Song. Ooh. Anyways, the thing about other products that are taking off, they build really great communities with their audience. We're the stewards of a lot of communities, and we've been that for decades. The thing that makes a community is that you build for the core. What I don't want to do is have any creator at Xbox dilute their focus to chase an emerging community, Asha said. If I want to invest in a new community, we'll look at how to do that. But it's really important that people stay true to their core when they're building. Yo, shout out to Countdown with the $20 super chat. He said, I need more stupid takes put on there. Makes for great content. To be fair, the reason why I haven't had a lot of stupid takes that I've been debating on the stream is I just haven't had anything come up on my For You page. So if you see any stupid gaming takes on TikTok or Instagram, you can just tag me in the comments on TikTok, and then on Instagram my DMs are open. You can just DM the link or whatever, but I haven't really seen any lately. I think the reason why there was so many stupid takes the last couple months is because the gaming awards came on. During the gaming awards every year is when a lot of chicken tindy gamers show their ass, bro. They be mad butthurt about shit that they never plan to play, and they just start saying stupid shit. So there's a nice influx, but right now it's calm. It's calm. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck this means. We'll see with that. A lot of discourse around Asha's appointment revolves around her tenure in Microsoft's core AI organization, whose mission is to integrate AI features into Azure tools. I asked Asha how she felt about AI and the discourse regarding that surrounding her appointment at Xbox. We're getting to the meat and potatoes. Got you, but all I see now is PS4 folks getting roasted, as they should. There's a multitude of reasons why PS4 niggas get roasted at this, and the worst part is, here's another reason why they're getting roasted. PS4 niggas also get roasted not because they're just annoying port beggars, but also they don't even understand why they're getting roasted. So really what it comes down to is they're stupid. You don't even understand. When I say, I know there's a lot of different reasons why. Y'all about to get me going, boy. There's a lot of different reasons to not like a PS4 nigga. But an example of how stupid society is coming is when I say technology is something that is supposed to progress. If you want to take advantage of the latest games, you need to have the latest technology. And PS4 niggas will fight you to the death and tell you, no, I don't. I don't need an updated GPU, CPU, and RAM to run those new textures, those new particles, that new destruction, the new lighting. I don't need it. I just feel like my PS4 can do it because I eyeballed it. And I feel like if you'd have, any other generation, if you would have told them like, yeah, you need a new computer to run this, people would have been like, ah, damn, I can't afford it right now. Maybe later. No big deal, right? No, that's the real, like, they're fucking stupid. And people, instead of listening, they want to get in their fucking feelings about shit. And I'm past the point where trying to explain. Now it's fuck y'all. Now, if you retro gaming and you enjoying your PS4, that's cool. We not talking about y'all. When I say PS4 niggas, when I say port beggars, I'm talking about new games. An example, Resident Evil 9. I better not see a PS4 nigga talk about Resident Evil 9. Be quiet. It's not for you. Go play the original Resident Evil 4 on GameCube or some shit. Anyway, I was about to say, AI. In regards to AI, she says, I think that with any new technology, it brings possibilities as a tool. But even more important, especially now, we need to draw lines on what we won't do. That's what I attempted to do when I shared my opening letter, she explained. I will not flood our ecosystem with slop. We won't have careless output. We won't have derivative work. I deeply believe in those words that I shared previously there. For me, seeing is believing. I wish personally she would clarify what she means, because everybody's definition of slop is different, right? Like an annual soccer game like FIFA or FC, whatever that shit is. I call that slop. But to a FIFA fan, it's the greatest thing ever. So like for me, I need you to clarify what exactly is slop. You know, a ball and gun gamer might call Cyberpunk 2077 RPG slop. Really, it's just they have short attention spans, they can't sit still. Choose your own adventure. What? That's too much brain power for them. So it really depends on who it is and what they mean by that. That's why me personally, I would have told whoever wrote this, like, yo, you should ask her to clarify what that means when you say that we're going to be very careful about not releasing any AI slop. Can we get a clarification on that? Mad Booty put to bed Big Fat Booty put to bed rumors that Microsoft's planning to enforce some kind of AI derivative on Xbox from the top, noting that developers are free to use the tools that they want. My definition is any Gen AI is all slop to me. I feel that. Like me personally, I don't want my games made by a prompt. Absolutely not. I agree with that. Yo, shout out to Lord WS with the sub. Appreciate it. That's why I said she needs to clarify. Like me personally, there are some people that absolutely just hate all the AI. If she would have came out and said something like, oh, we're using AI tools to read through the data so we can get through the data faster and see more of what players want, I would understand why some people don't like it, but then I don't think that would personally bother me that much. But what would is if you said you use Gen AI and you're just generating shit from a prompt. Like, nah, that's soulless. So it depends on what you're using it for, I think, for some people. Yo, shout out to Lost Boy with the sub and how many people are getting replaced because of that shit. We've got no pressure from Microsoft. There are no directives on AI coming down. Our teams are free to use any technology that might be beneficial, whether it's helping write code or check for bugs. Things more in the production pipeline. At the end of the day, as Asha said, we're committed to an art made by the people. Yeah, like that, I think most people would be okay with that. Like if they used AI to check for bugs, maybe they go through with the AI once and then go through it like a human. I think most people would be cool with that. It's when you start making games full blown. You finna play Marathon? I'm gonna be on it. Gen AI is stolen material trained without consent of artists. Yeah, nobody likes that shit. Wait, that's the QA's job though? We need them though? That's why I said it depends on how it's being implemented. If it's being used alongside the QA, like they run it through the AI once, then the QA double checks it. It depends. That's why I said it depends on how they do it. This is why I think it's important to get a specification on it. Just as a group, game developers are always eager to adopt new technology. When Photoshop showed up, It took about 1 month for it to appear in every game studio on the planet because it was so useful. Matt noted that Xbox's goal is for AI to be additive and not supportive, rather than disruptive on his teams, and supportive, my bad. A channel named Cat in Chat talks about this all the time, of people pretending to be artists, but they get caught using AI. Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of TikToks of people going shopping in like Hobby Lobby and these other spots, and like there being like actual portraits that you can buy for like $50, and it's clearly AI generated art. It'll be like a tiger with a tuxedo on. It'll be a portrait, and they'll be charging for that shit. That's fucking gross, dude. And it's crazy because Facebook moms love that shit. I don't know. Yo, can we talk about that for a second? Facebook people, listen, shout out to the Facebook community. Them niggas, I'm the funniest nigga on Facebook. Them niggas love me over there. That being said, Facebook niggas got a weird and what am I to say? If it don't apply, let it fly. But Facebook niggas got a weird obsession with AI. Literally I think I talked about it on stream like a week or two ago. Some nigga on Facebook, on my Facebook page, went to a picture I uploaded from like 3-4 years ago, and he took it and fed it to the AI and turned me into an Akatsuki virgin. And I was looking at that shit and I was like, what's the point of that shit? Let me see if I can find that shit. Let me look. What's that? I was like, what's the point of that shit, man? What are you doing? Let's see. Like y'all okay? Y'all okay at Facebook? I think it was this picture. Is it in the comments of this picture? Nah. Yeah, I think I talked about it on stream because people said they saw it. I don't know which picture it was. Fuck. I thought it was that one. Forget it. I'm gonna look one more time. Yeah, I don't see it. Fuck it. He was bored. That's diabolical. But I'm like, yo, that's an old ass picture. Why you feed me to the AI? What the fuck? I didn't ask to be in it. My name is Hokage, not Akatsuki Hokage. What the fuck? People on Facebook are gullible as fuck. They love them AI kitten videos. They think everything is real. I seen the video last night of this girl talking to her mom, and she was telling her mom the video was fake, and she's like, no, it's not. It was a video of an AI generated woman with snowblower heels, and she was walking through the snow. Let me know if y'all seen this video. The woman was walking through the snow, and the snowblower was on the toes going through the snow, and her mom's like, that's fake. I thought it was real. I was gonna get it for you. I'm like, are y'all serious? You should have known it was fake because in the video, the logo was teleporting from one ankle to the other, but also she had a snowblower on her toes. Where the toes are supposed to be, there were blades there and snow going in and out that shit. I should have saved that video. I said, oh my God, we're doomed. These people are allowed to vote, man. Yeah, we're fucking cooked. So that's them Facebook folk. I don't know what it is, man. But anyway, just as a group, game developers are always eager to adopt new tech when Photoshop. Yeah, we read that. I hear throughout our studios, it is the people, our artists, our coders, the writers. They're doing the creative work. In my experience, anytime there's a new tech, what happens is there's a need for more specialists, new specialists. It raises the bar on what the expectations are for the quality of games. Yo, shout out to Watcher Content with the super chat. He said, I know a guy who complains about new games because he can't play on the PS4. I told him to stop being a hobo. 3 paychecks, there's plenty of people hiring. Tell him stop being a hobo. H-O-B-O. When people constantly complain, oh, I can't work, or I can't see this person, what am I supposed to do? You tell them one or two things. You either tell them catch the bus, or if they have a little bit more money but they can't afford a car, you tell them catch an Uber. But I mean, for my generation, we'd be like, nigga, get on the bus. Go catch the bus. That's what I feel like we gotta start saying to these PS4 niggas, bro. What you mean I can't play Resident Evil on my PS4? Go catch the bus, bro. We don't hear that shit, man. Get a job. Find a new option. We gotta do our best to edge. I'm gonna keep fighting the fight, but it gets tiring some days. We've got no pressure from Microsoft. There are no directors on AI coming down. Our teams are free to use any tech that they might be beneficial, whether it's helping to write the code or check for bugs. Things more in the production pipeline. At the end of the day, as Asha said, we're committed to an art made by people. Tech is only in support of that. Okay. You know, they gave us their word. They're not gonna go crazy with the shit. We gonna keep an eye on them. Me personally, I will say, although it doesn't look good that the head of AI at Microsoft is now the new head of Xbox, I do believe, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Let's not just be like, we gonna sleep with I say this, we gonna sleep with one eye open. We gonna be vigilant. For now, they said they not gonna use no AI for no crazy shit. So I'm gonna take their word for it. That's how trust is built. But it can easily be lost, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. The first article I see where I see some funky shit, we on your ass. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I also don't believe in jumping down people's throat or jumping on their neck. You gotta give people a chance, man. On the topic of art, I was curious if there was plans to diverge Xbox away from its more eclectic publishing styles and double down on chasing blockbusters. Some of the Xbox's biggest games like Overwatch and Fallout 76 have seen a huge resurgence over the last year, and other titles like World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Call of Duty continue to see impressive engagement. But will there still be room for the smaller, more intricate, and potential niche creative Xbox studios in this new era? Mr. Booty says the type of creativity remains core to Xbox gaming philosophy. So first and foremost, I want to go ahead and correct this article and say, yes, technically, Overwatch, Fallout, World of Warcraft, and Call of Duty are Xbox titles. But if I lined up, I'd bet a fucking paycheck, nigga. If I lined up 10 gamers on the street, because most gamers are not watching streams like this, they're not reading articles like this. If I lined up 10 everyday gamers on the street who just go to work and play the game and spend time with their family and their pets, and I said, when you think of Xbox, what do you think of? They're going to say Gears of War, Halo, Forza. Ain't nobody saying no fucking Overwatch, Fallout. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even think about that until I read this article. So I gotta call cap on that, bruh. Nobody thinks of fucking Overwatch and Fallout 76? Nigga. First of all, nobody associates Fallout 76 with Xbox. Nobody even thinks about Fallout 76 besides the 10 people playing it. And World of Warcraft? That was a PC juggernaut in 2004. It's been like on a, which shout out, it's been like on a 20 plus year run. They did 20 years before Xbox came in the picture. That don't got nothing to do with Xbox. Diablo 2 and Call of Duty 2. Like, what are we talking about? Is Dishonored? Yeah, we talking about Dishonored. Dishonored is not associated with Xbox. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about on the podcast. If you missed it, youtube.com/GI updates. We do a weekly podcast over there, the world's best gaming podcast weekly. Come on now. I was saying Xbox right now, their biggest problem is they lack identity. This to me, this is softball shit. And honestly, if the rumors are true and Asha is not really a gamer, I think it's very irresponsible for this writer to preface your question by saying, you know, when I think of Xbox, I think of Overwatch and Fallout 76 and World of Warcraft. Because if this woman really doesn't play games, in her head, he might have planted a seed. Like, yeah, that's right. We do got Overwatch. It is resurging. We do got Fallout. Yeah, you guys have that and you guys are making money off of that. But I'm telling you right now, that's not moving units for you. That's not moving units. Overwatch was already established beforehand. Fallout 76 sucks, but Fallout was an established franchise before you guys acquired them. World of Warcraft, all of these things, bro. So I think that's bad. I don't like that. I don't like that. You need to be talking about where's the newest Gears, where's the newest Halo. But let's see what they had to say. The first conversations Asha and I had when we first met to do all of this, to her credit, she immediately emphasized supporting our studios and our games. Our ecosystem is built to be a portfolio of everything from small games to ongoing franchises to the big blockbusters. We built at our core to build everything from Kiln to Call of Duty, everything from Minecraft to South to Midnight. That's core to how we show up. Matt said the Xbox thinks of itself as a federation of studios supporting each other both creatively and technologically. Like right now, I can tell you right now, Bethesda's been around for forever. So when I hear Fallout, I don't think of Xbox. But if you want me to think about Xbox, if you want me to associate these games with your platform and these studios eventually that you bought, you know what would do that? Putting Blade as an Xbox exclusive. You could say the same thing with Gears of War, though. No, I mean, they own it now, but that was an Epic game. Yeah, that was. You're right. You're right. Because Epic was independent before they sold it to Xbox. Then they had another studio working on it. But even still, even when Epic was independent and it was an Xbox exclusive, people associated it with the Xbox. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that Xbox owns it, but it does need to be exclusive to the platform, if that makes sense. I get what you're saying. W Streamer, tight shit. Don't you think that would hurt them rather than help them? No. Because if their goal is to build brand loyalty and get people excited about it, you have to have those games on your platform that cannot be found anywhere else. Because that's what made Xbox popular in the first place. With the original Xbox, I remember as a kid with the original Xbox, I remember the streets was talking. You gotta play Halo. You gotta, like, it's changed the way first-person shooters work on a controller. Because some of y'all are not old enough to remember, first-person shooters on a controller were fucking basura. I don't care what nobody says. Go play GoldenEye. That is nostalgia talking. GoldenEye was a great game for its time. I'm gonna repeat this. GoldenEye was a great game for its time. That shit is ass now. Yeah, I said it. Halo changed the fucking game, bro. They need that. They need that. That's what built the brand loyalty. Like, I remember being jealous that I could not play Halo 2. Like, Halo 2 is when the series really took off. And then Gears of War came out. You had like the Gears fiends and shit like that. You got to use the stick and the comm with the C buttons on the golden. People don't remember, man. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all got like nostalgia. Y'all just miss y'all childhood, but y'all don't. Go back and play some of your favorite old games, bro. I guarantee you'll be like, nigga. GoldenEye was great until Halo came out. And that's what I mean when I say, that's why I always say it was great for its time. But if you play that now without any updates, you will not be having fun, trust me. Because certain things have been invented and added to games that have spoiled you. Shout out to Arsman with the sub, appreciate it. That's why I believe there are two genres of classics. There are games that are classics and they were great for their time. And then there are like definitive classics, like games that just, like the definitive classics, in my opinion, are games that aged well. Games that were ahead of its time. Timeless, yeah. Some things are not timeless. But I think that's why a lot of people say Mass Effect 2 is their favorite in the original trilogy, because Mass Effect 2 and 3, gameplay wise, ages much better than the first game. And I say that's a fair criticism. I say that's a fair criticism. The first one is still my favorite, but I accept that criticism. Like Ratchet and Clank 3, yeah. I liked all the Halos, but 3 was my favorite. 3 was the most, no, 3 and Reach was the ones that I put the most hours in. Shout out to the late game Owl with the sub, appreciate it. Mass Effect 1 is stupid easy. Well, the games weren't supposed to be hard. It was about the experience and the story. The first conversations Asha and I had when we first met to do all this, to her credit, she immediately emphasized support. Oh, we already read that. I think we've got one of the best portfolios out there, even in the entertainment industry more broadly in terms of that range. We're dedicated to it, and here's why. I believe that almost everything big started as something small. No shit. We cannot lose that ability to have those places where little sparks can grow into something big. The creative environment that lets us take bet and creative risks has to be part of Xbox's culture. We're committed to our studio. We're committed. Our studio system is built for that. The best thing about my job is sitting in on those meetings when they're just early ideas. You can imagine what it's like sitting in a room and someone says, we're going to make a game about a walking lighthouse, Matt said, referencing Double Fine's Keeper. And then I go from that to review the next 3 years of Call of Duty. It's been great to hear Asha state her commitment to that as well. I didn't get a chance to ask everything I wanted to ask. There are so many questions about Xbox's future and its strategy, so many levers that could potentially shift and so many angles that could potentially warp. I wanted to ask more about the Xbox Game Pass and its future in the ecosystem, what role Xbox Cloud Gaming stands to play, and obviously whether or not we'll eventually get a new Banjo-Kazooie. But those questions will have to wait for another time. In closing, I asked Asha what she would say to Xbox fans who have worries and concerns about change as a bid farewell to Phil Spencer, who inherited a very different Xbox back in 2014. She said, Phil Spencer is a remarkable person and a remarkable leader. I think that when he took over in 2014, he changed the culture of Xbox to focus on player-driven and creator-driven decisions. I intend to honor and uphold that. That once again sounds like they're doubling down, and if that's the case... Sharma didn't shy away from the challenges facing Xbox, both externally and internally, but volunteered the idea of strengthening Xbox not just for the near term, but for another quarter century. In her words, Asha said her current goal is proof over promise. Okay, she said facts over feelings. We're just gonna let the scoreboard talk. We know that the business has gone through some challenges. We're going to use my expertise and the leaders that have deep gaming depth around the table to help us grow the business and make sure that we have an incredible next 25 years. I will listen, I will learn, I will communicate what we're seeing and what we're doing. I think from here, the work is proof over promise. Matt and I are in it every hour of every day of every night, and I'm fully in this thing. This team has brought us back before, and we're here to help us do it again. I'm here to let you know, I think it was Watts who said it on the podcast at youtube.com/GI updates. You guys have bad just press right now. If you want to build up some type of good karma with the gaming community, I think Asha should start a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel and just start streaming. She doesn't have to be a regular streamer, but maybe like once a month. Just play your favorite game on stream and talk to the chat. Answer the questions that you can't answer because you're not going to be able to legally answer everything probably. But I think she should hop on, play some Halo or something like that. Maybe even like play with the community. Because right now, and I seen some of y'all say it in the chat, a lot of people don't even believe she plays games. So I just to get in the community, jump into the deep end. I agreed 12 times a year. State of the Xbox stream. Shout out to Sadistic with the $5 super chat. He said, do you think if Xbox goes back to releasing only on Xbox and PC and the new Xbox has Steam, which has PlayStation games, that could have an advantage? Yeah. If their games are exclusive, it could. I still feel like they need one more thing though. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck that is. That would help, but I still feel like they need maybe one more thing as a sales pitch that they can hang their hat on. And I can't wrap my brain around what that is. We talked about it in the podcast, maybe them focusing and doubling down on having like the best security on console, being able to just really ban cheaters at a kernel level. So, you know, if you get an Xbox, you're not going to run into cheaters as much. Maybe there's like some setting you can turn on where there's no crossplay and then, you know, you're only pairing up with it. But TV, fuck no, nigga. Shout out to Tart with the $10 super chat. She said, sure, classics, Driver 2, Bloody Roar, Twisted Metal, Gran Turismo, GTA, bro. We're blessed with so many great games. Yeah, there's classics every generation. Yeah. That would be a decent way to go about the Xbox damage control. They need a game that's on par with Prime, Halo, and Gears. Yeah, we need new IPs, man. Props to you for being transparent because I'm not really sure what else they can do at this point. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to wrap my brain around. But the beauty of it is that it's a corporation. I don't feel bad for them. I don't give a fuck, nigga. That's your job to figure out. That's where, hey, this is where I say, hire a team of R&D and figure it out, nigga. Fuck that AI shit. Hire a new R&D team to go out there and do the research and see what the market needs. Sit in a boardroom and your job is to sit around and figure out what new features we need to bring to our platform. That's what I would have liked to see in this interview. We're doubling down on research and development so we can figure out what the fuck the people want. We not playing with y'all niggas, bro. Yeah, do the knowledge, man. Do the knowledge. Do a tour. They need to do like some type of streaming TV show where they fucking tour across America in a big green bus. And they stop in every major city, bro. And they just start talking to people in the street. So what do you want to see from Xbox? Killer Instinct. Like, where the fuck is Killer Instinct, bro? Shit. Giving out free t-shirts and shit. So, if I had to rate this interview, I'd say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't particularly great. I don't feel like I learned much. I feel like the questions were kind of softball. They just kind of doubled down on what she had already said on Twitter. I feel like basically what she said on Twitter last week was put into written format, like a longer article. We need more Shonik. We always could use more Shonik. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great either. I don't feel anything. I'll say that much. I don't feel anything. I don't feel any vitriol towards them, but I also don't feel like, man, I'm excited about Xbox. Yeah, it feels too clean and corporate. And I feel like even if it was just one or two quotes, they should have dropped the bomb on the people. Like, you know what they needed to do? I needed them to hop on the Windows Central interview and say this shit, bruh.
But we also know you three kings came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. Hey, and when I say that,
not 1, not 2, not 3. What an era. Not 4. We coming for your ass, boy. We feeling good. We got some shit up our sleeve. Even if they couldn't even say what they had to announce, because they said we had something coming up. Something coming up could be next year. We don't know what the fuck they mean. In April, we gonna have a big announcement. Hold on to your pants. Say something like that. Ended up being 2. It did. Chill. Yo, pray for my man's Chris Bosh too. I seen he tweeted out a video that he had a health scare too, man. I hope he's okay. Anybody remember that 1 versus 100 game on Xbox? Bro, that shit was gas. That's what I mean when I say, like, yo, Xbox, man, I feel bad for some of y'all that wasn't around during the Xbox 360 era, bro. Because I feel like we talk about Forza, we talk about Halo, we talk about Gears. Like I said, people forget Mass Effect was a exclusive for the Xbox up until Mass Effect 3. Then you had that 1 versus 100 Monday, what was it? Friday Night Combat or Monday Night? What was it? Monday? Y'all know what I'm talking about, that hero shooter? Monday Night Combat, I think that's what that shit was called. Fusion Frenzy. BioShock, yeah, BioShock was an exclusive. They had, yeah, Monday Night Combat. They had bangers. There was one free Xbox arcade game I used to play all the time. I think it was called Aegis. Something like that. It was like Aegis Wing, bro. I used to play the fuck out this shit right here, bro. On the Xbox arcade was lit, nigga. It was Cameo was lit. It was a co-op shooter, that bullet hell shooter that you could play with your friends. I think it was like 4-player co-op, I think. This shit was gas, bro. They had a lot of what was it, Blue Dragon? They had a lot of AAA exclusives, but then like, you know, indie cool games, basically. Indie cool games, man. And I feel like they lost that. Gotham City Imposters won an Xbox exclusive. That was on PC too, I believe. Yeah, Mirror's Edge used to be an Xbox exclusive. I think because it's been 2 generations, right? Xbox One, now the Xbox Series, and then really 2.5, because we're going towards the next Xbox, right? We are now 2.5 generations removed from their heyday, their prime. So we got an era of gamers that don't know what it was like during the Xbox 360, man. Fucking when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 dropped on the Xbox Arcade, that was the first time we had seen it, like in 15 years. Some shit, 10 years, some shit like that. That shit was lit. But yeah, 1 versus 100, you just unlocked a memory. I used to love that game, bro. Xbox 1 versus 100. If you never played this game, I believe it was free to play. It was an Xbox game where you got to load in with 99 other people and their Xbox avatar, and it was a trivia game. And like every time you got a question wrong, it eliminated. It was a trivia BR game. Every time people got a question wrong, those people got eliminated. This shit was fun, dude. This shit was fucking fun. So Xbox Arcade and financially backing the AA developers to move. Maybe that's the move. Yeah, maybe bring back Xbox Arcade, some type of indie program, and they really push these games. The only thing I would say would be hard about maybe This dumbass is not doing trivia. Chill, bro. Chill. He said, you know these niggas don't know nothing. Chill. Hella fun. The only issue, and it's kind of what he said, the only issue with them going the Xbox arcade route is, unfortunately, I feel like the PS3 Xbox 360 era is the last era of gaming where when you said you were a gamer, that meant you played everything. Saying you're a gamer in 2026 is something completely different in 2007. I think the era of the PS4 and on ushered in the era of the ball and gun gamer. And I think it started with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, which was 360, but like it took off during that PS4 era. So like, as much as I like this stuff, it is kind of hard for them to cut a check for people to develop unique stuff like this, because there's no guarantee they'll get their money back, because unfortunately there is a generation. I'd imagine it's confusing too as a person who's a suit who doesn't really play games like that. There's being more money generated than ever, but there's not more open-mindedness, basically. What's the level of gamer? Like, what does gamer mean today? And that's what I'm saying. Saying you're a gamer today means something completely different than back in 2007 or in the 90s. When I was a kid, if you said you were a gamer, that meant you played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you played Zelda, you played Mario, you played NBA 2K, you played NBA Street, you played Fight for New York, you played FIFA, you played Halo, you played everything. Now, you might have not owned everything because we was kids, but hey, look, my man's got Halo, I got Gears, he got Call of Duty, we go to the fridge. You got Smash, we come over to the crib, but we played everything. Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper. Nowadays, the term gamer means something completely different. It could mean you play mobile games. It could mean you only game on your Steam Deck or your ROG Ally or your Switch 2. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times nowadays when people say they're a gamer, it means ball and gun. They play GTA. Because you gotta keep in mind, GTA roleplay ushered in a new era of gamers. Niggas who failed at being actors, now they pretend to be gangbangers on the GTA T Grizzly server. Fucking people addicted to 2K The Park. The Park and 2K ushered in a new era of gamers. Niggas who knew they were gonna grow up and not get a job, and they were gonna try to make it out their mama basement, making park videos. It ushered in, I know I'm making a joke, but it did usher in that era of gamer. They're still trying to make it out their mama basement playing in the park. So that's the only thing. It'd kind of be a hard sell. I don't know if this would move the ball and gun gamers. Unfortunately, the ball and gun gamers have, I feel like gaming is a lot kind of like the American government, right? So when a federal election happens, like for the president, each state has a certain number of votes, electors that they get if it goes red or blue. I feel like, and the founding fathers did it this way to make sure that one state doesn't have too much power over the next. Because some people want to remove the electoral college and just do popular vote. Basically, whoever has the most votes wins. But they did the electoral college so that because the problem is, if you remove the electoral college, the states of California, New York, they will have way too much power. And maybe not a lot of people agree with that. Yeah, it's to decentralize the power. So the point I'm trying to make is it feels like ball and gun gamers are California, New York, Texas. They're big states that have a lot of electoral votes. Does that make sense? And it's unfortunate because they're steering the country in the wrong direction. Less ball and gun. We need some gaming healthcare, not more ball and gun. Makes sense to me. Tight shit. Doesn't T Grizzly make 200,000 per month off that shit? I'm not watching his pockets. I know he makes good money off of it, but yeah, all those people who run servers make good money. I don't know the exact number, but a W comparison actually. Who the swing states? Indie developers maybe? I don't know. They didn't teach politics and No Child Left Behind. That being said, with the Windows interview out of the way, was Brink an Xbox exclusive? No, I think that was a multi-plat. Let me see. Brink video game. Yeah, it was a multi-plat. PC, PS3, Xbox 360. A lot of people said that game was ahead of its time. Etho loves that game. Shout out to you for the super chat. I appreciate you. How much money you think 2K makes off VC a year? It's not even a secret. Why are you laughing? It's not a secret, Keith. They make billions every year. 30% growth every year. It's not a secret. You do know companies have this thing called, publicly traded companies have this thing called earnings calls. I've been trying to tell y'all, it's billions. It makes more money than the actual sales of the game, the disc, the VC does. So after the interview, they get called out by Kinda Funny Games. Blessings from Kinda Funny Games slams Jez Corden, that's the dude who wrote from Windows Central, for his softball interview with new Microsoft Gaming CEO Asha Swarm. Implies she's some kind of corporate shill. Oh shit. We getting spicy up in here.
Don't get me started. No, nothing. Where they said nothing.
Blessing.
Did you read
my mind?
They said fucking nothing. It said nothing.
Oh my blessing!
But also,
why he humped the air? You good, bro?
Listen, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm not gonna talk shit. I was gonna talk shit. I'm not gonna talk shit.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
It's a nothing burger because, simply put, she is coming into a new role. She has a lot to learn. It's like that little Uzi Vert. I just got here like yesterday.
Yeah, I just got here yesterday. I'm just out here.
It's my new job. I just got here.
That's not what he said. He said it's my third day out here. That's what he said. I feel like he only said that shit because his co-host is black. But my thing is, if you're gonna make a reference to black culture, at least get it right, nigga. Like, goddamn, nigga. It's my third day out here. That's what he said. Like,
I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
You come back, okay? And that's simply how this is she is coming into a new role. She has a lot to learn on top of everything.
Yeah.
But, like, she's not making decisions tomorrow. So, like, you're going to wait some time.
Here's my beef, right?
Tell me.
he exaggerated swag of a black team.
GamesIndustry.biz. You have Bloomberg, Jason Schreier. You got the game business, Christopher Dring.
Yes.
You got you have IGN. You have a list of people that you can go to have that first big interview, big conversation, lay out like, all right, where are we at with Xbox?
You're okay, buddy.
I don't know. I feel like the place that you went isn't the place that you go if you're trying to have like a good interview. If you're trying to get something that is
Windows Central?
I would agree with that. I peeped that right away. It does look kind of crazy that the head of Xbox, the new head of Xbox, their first interviews with Windows Central. That is pretty funny.
Windows Central. It has Windows in the title of the website.
Here's the deal.
I don't go to Jez for my fucking objective journalism about a big corporate shakeup at Xbox.
It's just a
don't piss me off.
Opening interview. There will be many more interviews in the next.
This is your first one.
6 months. It's just fine. There's nothing to be said.
What is this podcast? It's called Kinda Funny Games.
We're gonna go to the person that's gonna make sure that they're okay with us saying nothing.
What do you want to do? Grill her on day one?
Ask questions that are good. Have somebody that's going to follow up. Have somebody that's going to ask questions that matter. Have somebody that's not going to fucking serve you the most softballs of questions.
Yeah, I don't think the issue was the questions. There were some decent questions asked. My issue with the interview was what he said. He didn't follow up. And an example being is when they were talking about the AI, and she said that she promises that she won't be using any slop. I would have asked her to clarify, can you give me an example of what you consider slop to be? So then we can understand where her mind is. That's why I would agree that it's a softball. It was a bit of a softball interview.
Have somebody that's going to give an objective fucking stance.
You don't gotta be
I'll get on the line with the crew. We'll get a hold and we'll get an interview for you.
I'm crashing out, Mike.
I don't think you're gonna get that interview, my nigga. Like, not after this clip. Not after this clip, bro. I don't think you're gonna get that interview, bro. Shout out to Kinda Funny though. Jez responded to this. What's a little hypocritical is Blessings critiques Jez, but uses Jez's articles for their stories. Well, what's hypocritical about that? So like, it's an exclusive, so they kind of have to cover it, right? To be fair, it's a gaming daily podcast, according to this clip, right? Because if you look at the thing, it's a daily gaming podcast, right? So they're covering the biggest news of the day. And Windows Central had an exclusive story. If they don't cover it, they're frauds. And also their chat, their audience is gonna be like, why the fuck are you not talking about that? So they have to talk about it. They're a gaming news channel that they daily drop content. What's the name? I don't think it's hypocritical that he's using him as a source. Nobody said you weren't a credible source for reporting the news. He was just saying you could have asked better questions. That doesn't make you a hypocrite. Yeah. That's not what a hypocrite means. A hypocrite would be Blessings calls Jeff Gordon from Windows Central. He gave a softball interview, and then Asha comes onto their podcast and he asks nothing but softball questions. That would be a hypocrite. But like him using him as a source, that's not a hypocrite. Like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Hey, Jizzy, what's going on, man? What's going on? So no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. but you peeped the On the Radar? I have not. I have it saved though. We're gonna check it out one stream eventually. Hooked on Phonics, man. Are you hooked on Phonics? Can you read? So that was interesting. That's the latest Xbox news update. I'd imagine there's probably gonna be, as the week's going on, there's going to be even more Xbox news coming up. So we will be covering it all, just using buzzwords. Somebody learned a new word. The follow-up clip is funny. Oh, is this? Wow, Blessings really dislikes Jez. Oh, shit.
And then Golden Arms PR says, Blessing, put some respect on Jez's name. No.
Yeah, even if he doesn't like him, it still doesn't make him a hypocrite for using him as a news source. You know. But that's a completely different thing. They're just being petty. Is it petty? Yes, if that's what you want to say. Is it petty and unnecessary? Yes. He could just report and say it felt softball. But yeah, he's being petty right there. They're not being very demure. But it's not my business, it's not my show. But yeah, I caught this section console news because I got more console news. So we're gonna keep it moving, keep it in the realm of Xbox. Since Overwatch is technically an Xbox title, it is Microsoft owned. Friendly reminder, or shall I say not friendly reminder, today it was announced Overwatch Rush is coming to iOS and Android. And depending on who you are, you might feel or you might feel all right. The Blizzard has announced Overwatch Rush, a new top-down hero shooter designed specifically for mobile phones, but a release date has not been announced. The mobile shooter is in development by a dedicated team at Blizzard, separate from Team 4, whom have deep mobile experience. That's good to hear. It's a separate team. It's not taking away from the main team. Team 4 remains fully focused on the main Overwatch game. So what is Overwatch Rush? It's a top-down hero shooter in the early stages of development. It is being built from the ground up for mobile and set in the Overwatch universe. It is designed for fast-paced, on-the-go play with hero-centric combat and playstyle customization that suits both team and solo players. The game is built for mobile devices, offering intuitive controls and bite-sized sessions without sacrificing depth. Thank God. I'm not like super interested in this, but I'm glad to hear that they are making something specifically from the ground up for mobile. Because my issue with I don't know if y'all know, Ubisoft is working on a Rainbow Six Siege mobile version, and it just looks like they're trying to port the PC version over to fucking phones, and that doesn't work. So that's good that they're building it straight up for mobile phones. Why is testing only available in some countries and regions? As you may have seen in other mobile devices, testing helps us fine-tune gameplay performance and server stability. It allows us to gather feedback across all aspects on the games and helps us optimize the experience for different devices and network conditions. Translations, we have markets outside of the United States, so we need to make sure it works everywhere. It's going to be microtransactions. Oh, bro, it's mobile. Offer it. I feel like when it comes to mobile games, there's no reason to even bring that up. You should just know what the fuck you're getting into when it comes to mobile games. That goes beside the point. Shout out to Dark City with the super chat. Appreciate it. The only way Xbox survives is if they somehow buy Steam. Gabe will be 64 this year and may want to crash out. Does Xbox have the money to buy Steam? I don't think Steam has a monopoly on PC gaming. Do they have I don't think they have the money for that, big dog. That's a different demon. And I don't think they would sell it anyway. Because why, if you're Steam, why would you sell to Microsoft? Bethesda, Activision, that makes sense. But Steam, the main proprietor of gaming on PC, They own like 95% of the PC market. They are getting 30% of every PC game sale. Hell no, I would not sell that shit. That's generational money. When is it coming out? It's far too early to say. Learning from test cycles will help inform those. So please keep the feedback coming, and we'll share more info. And it has the specs. So yeah, iPhone 11 or higher, some shit. I don't know. Oh, there's a video. Oh shit, I would have went straight to that if I would have known. Oh, let's watch the video then. Fuck it. We ball. Steam selling out would be the end of the... Yeah, that's another thing. I agree with you, Florida man. If Steam sold to Microsoft, you wouldn't want that. You would not want that. First things first, I'll tell you what would happen if Steam sold to Xbox. That 30% that, in my opinion, is already too much that they take from every developer, that shit getting jacked up to 50, 60%. They going Steam sales, they're gone. We took a look at the books and we felt like you guys are getting too many sales. So instead of a seasonal sale, we're going to do one a year. And then there'll be nothing more than 10% off. Fuck no, man. All right, let's watch this shit. The following is over a match from a recent developer playtest. All content is shown a work in progress. Price of a brick going up.
Here we go.
Right. Okay, remember we
Top-down camera, interesting.
Nice.
Awesome shield. There we go.
Yes.
It looks like a straight up MOBA,
We're in.
like one of them League of Legends rip-offs on phones.
Charging. We'll check the side room. Let's hold it. Hey, there they are.
Instant pass.
Get behind.
Oh, there we go. They're pushing hard.
Flank on the sides.
So it's literally Overwatch, but they changed the perspective of the camera to match. I think this camera works well for mobile, but it looks like the same game mode.
We have to get out.
Looks like Brawl Stars type shit.
Getting right.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed a little bit of Brawl Stars.
Break a shield. Yes.
It's an okay game.
Charge in. Make him regret it.
Nice. Oh my God, that was awesome.
Yeah, and we're getting fair.
Why not just have this in the actual game?
Oh,
Well, this is built for mobile phones. It's not built for PCs and consoles. Like, why would anybody on console play this?
Yes.
What an amazing
It doesn't look bad.
shot.
Graphically, yeah, I think it looks good.
Reinhardt saves the day.
That was fast.
But if you listen carefully, you can hear them rage.
I'm gonna be
right
honest,
there.
I would try it.
yes.
I'd be
see if
open
they
to
come back
trying
to
it.
that.
Now, would I be addicted to it?
You
I
can
don't
see
know.
them coming.
I enjoy it.
Running away.
I'm something of a mobile gamer myself, you know.
Let's take them here.
Look, Ferris trying to be cheeky.
My health is down. My health is down. He's on the ground.
Ferris down. Ferris.
I thought they were
Okay,
gonna
go
talk
on.
about it, so it's just
I
all
had to get out, sorry. I had
gameplay.
to get out. I had to get out.
Oh no.
I wish they
Okay,
would break
let's
down if there's
regroup.
anything different
Sorry.
about it.
That was my bad.
There.
think
Get
it's
him. Get him.
4v4.
He's out of line.
Yeah, you actually might be right.
Reaper. Oh.
Oh, they silenced me.
Got it.
Get him.
So would your mobile progression go over to what you've done on console? I doubt it. I highly doubt it because it's a completely different game.
Oh, Reaper, how did he escape? Oh, that was inches away.
We need to kill this Reinhardt.
We've got him again.
You get the gist of it. I'm not watching all this. I thought it was a dev diary. If you want to watch all the gameplay, I'll drop the link in the chat. You playing this off stream?
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
No bullshit. I'll try it at least once and see what it's about. I know a lot of people hate mobile gaming. I don't. I think I've had a lot of fun on various different mobile games. There's a couple Smash clones that I enjoyed. Like I said, I liked Brawl Stars. All them Ubisoft rip-offs. GI Squad Up. Now am I saying I'm gonna be addicted to it? I like that Star Wars game that they put out like a year or two ago. It came out on PC. It was a hero shooter. It wasn't bad. I used to play a little bit of Call of Duty Mobile too. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something before we move on to the next topic. For the people who just hate mobile gaming, like on the same level people hate AI, if you fucking hate mobile gaming, do me a favor, pull out your iPad or your iPhone or your and connect a Xbox controller via Bluetooth and download Call of Duty Mobile. Play Call of Duty Mobile with an Xbox controller for an hour or two and tell me you but only do this when you having a bad day. Like you feel like everybody just hates you at work. Nobody responded to your text. You tired from your workout. When you having a bad day, boot up Call of Duty Mobile on your phone and connect your Xbox controller or your PlayStation via Bluetooth to your phone and play a few games. Watch you drop a 30, 40, 50 bomb every game and tell me you don't feel good about yourself. I'm just saying. They can't. They sunsetting Call of Duty Mobile. Well, pick a different shooter, nigga. You get the fucking point. Fuck them kids, bro. Because it ain't nothing but a bunch of little ass kids playing on them fucking phones, bro. I be feeling like, damn, I think be feeling like Nate shot or something when I get on that Call of Duty Mobile. Like going to the championship, bro. Optic shit, man. Anyways, what was it do? Next topic. Other Xbox news. Xbox consoles now support 1440p streaming. Microsoft has announced that it's rolling out support for streaming games at 1440p on the Xbox consoles. Game streaming is a key benefit of paying for the Game Pass. As of 2025, now also includes games players own that aren't part of the larger Game Pass library. The higher bitrate streaming option will let subscribers with an Xbox Series X or S or X or whatever, one of these bitches, providing the game and their display supports it. Microsoft previously only offered 1440p streams on select Fire TVs, LG TVs, Samsung TVs, web browsers, and the Xbox PC app. At least for now, 1440p is only available to the Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Beyond the new streaming option, Microsoft also is making improvements to the Xbox app, the experience on the ROG Ally handheld. On the PC app, it now includes navigation sounds. Wow. That play when you use the app's interface with a controller. I don't care about this shit. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't care. I stream games from my Steam library and PlayStation when there are games to play exclusives, but I could never figure out how to fucking stream. Do you have to be a Game Pass subscriber to stream the discs that you own to your phone? Because if that's the case, nigga, you do? Yes. That's why I could never figure out how. I'm not paying no Game Pass just to stream games. That shit is free on PlayStation. You just download the app. It's free on PC. You just download the app. That's fucking stupid. I'm not paying for this shit. It's a separate purchase. Whack. Yeah. See, just where y'all fucking it up. Hey, Asha, if you see this stream, go ahead and make streaming from your console to your phone or your tablet free. There's no reason why you guys should be charging for this. Absolutely not. The competition is free. This makes no fucking sense to me. Other news, Ninja Gaiden 4 DLC was announced today and it launches on March 4th. Ninja Gaiden 4 downloadable content, The Two Masters, will launch on March 4th for $15. Publisher Xbox Studios and developers Team Ninja and Platinum Games have announced it's included as part of the deluxe edition and the deluxe upgrade. Is there a trailer for this shit? What the fuck?
Your fetid bloodlines end here. Go back to the pit you call home.
So many games to play. I ain't playing this shit, but if you really love Ninja Gaiden, I liked it. It was a solid 8.5, but there's too many new games coming out for me to be worried about this DLC. Not gonna lie, the audio startled me, but if you want to be Ninja again, it's back. $15. Who's hopping on it? There's something to play. I'm gonna play this off stream. Bet. Oh, speaking of people who really hate AI, there is a browser extension that will warn you if a Steam game uses AI. A new browser extension will make it easier for you to spot games with AI-generated content on Steam. As spotted by Kotaku, the AI warning for Steam extension has released by Sue on both Firefox and Google Chrome. You can see the extension in action below on the Arc Raider Steam page. Once you install this browser extension, it will make AI-generated content disclosure warnings a pop-up on the Steam page the moment it loads up. Oh, so it's no fucking confusion. While it won't reveal that a game uses AI if the developers don't disclose it on the Steam page, it's still a useful extension. So basically what this does is, if they say that they use AI, but it's buried somewhere in all of the description, like small text, it just makes it easier to find because now it's a pop-up. Right on time for the gamer news. What up? Let's see. Is this the link for anybody who wants it? Yeah, if you want it, here you go. I'm dropping the link in the chat. The Silk Song fans now feel vindicated. Yes, this is the moment we waited for. There we go. I should drop the link in both chats. Dun, dun. Boom, boom. Okay, what else I got for y'all? Discord. Remember last week when Discord announced that they were partnering up with an Israeli security system, security company? You had to scan your fucking ID in and then give it to the Israeli government. They said, hey guys, that might have been a bad idea. Did I get a chance to play Marathon early? Nah, I'll be playing it at the same time as everybody else. Discord distanced itself from Persona age verification after user backlash. Discord is attempting to distance itself from the age verification provider Persona following a steady stream for user backlash. In an email statement to The Verge, Discord's head of product policy, Savannah, confirmed the companies ran a limited test of Persona in the UK where age assurance had previously launched, and the test has since concluded. After Discord announced plans to implement age verification globally starting next month, users across social media accused Discord of lying about how it plans on handling face scans and ID uploads. Much of the criticism was directed towards Discord's partnership with Persona, an age verification provider also used by Reddit and Roblox. An archived version of Discord's support page stated that users in the UK may be part of an experiment that involves processing their age verification information through Persona. Users pointed to Persona's privacy policy, which states that it may obtain personal data from the users through third-party databases, government records, and other publicly available sources. Discord removed that mention of Persona from its support page on or around February 15th, according to an archived version of the site. Like, guys, you guys are just an app for us to talk to people on. Like, it's not that fucking serious, man. Stop trying to collect everybody's data and let this be a friendly reminder. Vote with your wallet. In this case, well, Discord is free for the most part, but they do have Discord Nitro. There's something for only Discord kittens have that shit. But if you don't like something, I can't stress enough how much power you have as a collective if we stick together. Absolutely, it's fuck them. And this is why I be saying, like, low key, the gaming community, we do be taking W's. It's the ball and gun niggas, bruh. The ball and gun gamers are the ones that they can't get off FIFA. They can't get off GTA. They the ones that don't fucking listen and they don't understand. I don't understand this concept of 2K the only basketball game on the fucking market, bro. Be a fucking adult. The average gamer is 35 years old. Act like it. We can get a W. Is this a Crimson Desert stream? Yeah, we're gonna be on Crimson Desert. Absolutely, absolutely, nigga. What the fuck? I played it already. That brother be like, that brother's starving. That brother's starving, man. So let's continue to take these W's. If you don't like something, make it be known. Your tweets matter. Voice your opinion on stuff. Niggas was quick to fucking kick down. It's crazy. They was quick to kick down the fucking studio that made High Guard. When it comes to the microtransactions, I can't get off this shit, man. I love this shit. I love this crack. Play something else, yeah, or get a new hobby. Start reading or some shit, man. And then last but not least, Sony confirms PlayStation Plus monthly games for the March of 2026. 4 games hit, includes PGA Tour 2K25. But in addition, you'll get Monster Hunter Rise, Slime Rancher 2, and the Elder Scrolls Online Collection Gold Road are all available on March 3rd to April 6th to all PlayStation Plus members, as confirmed on the blog. So, you know, all the freebie gamers out there, that's what you can expect next month. You know, while we're playing Resident Evil and Marathon, if you're balling on a budget, you can play some PGA Tour. You can play some PGA Tour 2K25. You can play some Slime Ranchers. This is another reason why I hate, jokes aside, this is another reason why I hate the argument that gaming is dead. Do you know what me, the Niglet version of me, would have done for free games every month? Do you know what I would have done it like for my parents to pay for my fucking Game Pass? We played the same 1 or 2 games over and over and over and over and over and over. Even when you're broke, if your PlayStation Plus is paid off for the month, you get 4 free games. You can't find nothing to play, man. I heard Monster Hunter Rise is decent. Play some PGR. Go golfing, bro. Or get, what somebody in chat say? Or get a new hobby, man. Jesus, these kids don't know. They don't know, man. The Elder Scrolls Online, that's a solid game. Go fucking play it, man. It's free. until you get your money up. When did people stop understanding the concept of beggars cannot be choosers? Shut up. You're poor. And there's nothing wrong with being poor. We all have ups and downs. But like, I just miss when niggas was poor, they acted like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I didn't have nothing to eat, man. Thanks for the sandwich. Now niggas ain't got a sandwich in their fridge. Man, give me that sandwich, bitch. Like, what the fuck? What the thanks, I guess. God damn, dude. I'm a PS4 owner. I deserve the world.